Don't recreate your corporate burnout in your coaching business. This is a great topic for us today. You've been a leader in the corporate world for as long as you can remember. You've been given accolades and awards, and you're used to having success in that environment. And yet, you've worked round the clock and experienced exhaustion to get to that level of success. Now you're an executive coach. How do you create the success without recreating the probability of burnout in your coaching business? This was a question I asked when I first started. I'm Karen Cappello, and before I share 3 strategies for this, I want to let you know why I'm so passionate to share this with you. Before I came into coaching, I was an investment advisor in the estate planning field. And I was literally working 60 to 70 hours per week. I don't even know how I could do that now, but I was. And I was successful and I was exhausted. And in fact, I would have told you I was on my way to burnout, but in reality, I was already there. I longed to work less hours, to wake up without a blaring alarm clock, and to wear comfy clothes, and do all this while maintaining the lifestyle I had created for myself. I'm happy to tell you I've done just that. I help those executive coaches who've been really high achievers and leaders in the corporate world generate their own clients and income so that they can make an impact on others while maintaining the lifestyle they're accustomed to. So, how do you find a way of having a successful business while leaving behind all those success habits that caused you to burn out from your corporate life? It's a great question. I have 3 strategies that will help. First of all, look for what energizes you and focus on that, on bringing in new clients. We've been used to hard work and hustle as success strategies in the corporate world. Yet that's not what will work in your executive coaching practice. So here's an analogy. You're the goose that lays the golden eggs. If you don't keep yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually healthy, then you can't be fully present for your clients and deliver stellar results. You can't be brave and authentic in your marketing to attract those ideal clients. And you can't hold a strong presence in your enrollment conversations so that your prospective clients will have confidence in you as their coach. But the good news is, when you focus on what energizes you as a success strategy and focus that light on your potential clients, you're going to show up as your true self. And your ideal clients are going to recognize you instantly. They're going to know that they're meant to work with you. You're going to notice where you want to grow and embrace your own self-development as it comes to your attention. You'll find yourself in flow instead of force, and you'll love working in and on your business. Now, when I was in estate planning, I always enjoyed the people and planning aspects of my job. I loved sitting down at a conference table and asking my clients what type of legacy they wanted to leave for their children and their grandchildren, and even generations beyond that. And then what type of retirement do they want for themselves? And then I had to go back and crunch the numbers and make recommendations on financial vehicles that would support their plan. Now, while I could do the latter, I have a very strong brain. It wasn't something that energized me. When I became a coach, I could do all the planning and people work without the number crunching, and it was such a joy and relief. So that's the first strategy. The second strategy to keep you out of burnout in your executive coaching business is to design your schedule to create time for self-care and self-development. You may have heard the metaphor of filling the jar with the big rocks first, your priorities, so that the items of less importance will fit around them instead of the other way around. When you don't schedule time for lunch, walks, days off, reading nonfiction books that can help you with your clients, vacations, your days can get overcome by those things you think you must do to get your coaching business going. And you can become overwhelmed with it all. There's a lot to do, and it can be a heavy mental load. It can be really heavy. Because of this thinking, you can become foggy. You're not able to access your creativity with that mental load. When you design your weeks, months, and years with time for self-care and self-development, you're going to head off creating a burnout scenario. You're going to be fresh and have access to your best ideas about how to create your business. Insights are going to come to you when your mind has more space to receive them. You're going to notice leverage points that are not even visible when your mind is cluttered with that minutia. Believe me, I know this. It happened to me. When I began my coaching career, though, I started taking Fridays off of any client appointments. This allowed me to have a buffer day, if you're familiar with Dan Sullivan's approach. I could use that day for cleanup, invoicing, admin, or anything that I didn't get done in the week. Or I could have lunch with a friend if I wanted to. This helped me to love the flexibility and freedom in my business and inspired me to take on more business, as I knew I could have a 3-day weekend every weekend if I wanted it. That's the second strategy, self-care and self-development. The third strategy to help you stay out of burnout in your coaching business is to have an irresistible offer that's easy for you to deliver and sell. When starting a new business, it can be easy to take any work that comes to you. I did this myself. You want to bring in revenue and get momentum going. Yet doing work that is in your zone of excellence but out of your zone of genius is going to lead you to burnout. If you're familiar with the big leap, that your zone of excellence is what you're good at. The zone of genius is what you're great at and also energizes you. One of the executive coaches I work with realized that there were so many things she could do well, but only a few of them really energized her. She turned down a contract for a project that was in her zone of excellence, and she could do it really well. She'd done it before and been paid handsomely for it. And within a week, she got offered a contract that was in her zone of genius, what she really loved to do, and it was for the exact same amount. This is how things work. When you say no to things that are in your zone of excellence but not genius, you're going to get work in your genius zone. So in order to refrain from recreating that burnout in your executive coaching business that you had in the corporate world, use these 3 strategies. Look for what energizes you and focus on that talent in bringing in new clients. Design your schedule to create time for self-care and self-development. And lastly, have an irresistible offer that is so easy for you to deliver and sell. If you're wondering how you can be successful using flow and not force, and leave that hustle behind and prevent burnout in your coaching business, use these strategies to begin. And if you'd like support on this from someone who's found that success with ease and joy, I say most days. There are still some of those stressful days, but they're very few and far between from what they used to be. Message me. Let's have a chat about what's possible for you. I can almost bet that there are more possibilities than you can imagine. Meantime, thank you for being a coach and supporting leaders to achieve levels of success that they never thought possible. I'd love to help you achieve the same.